Chapter 1. A light summer wind blew through the open window of Basil Hallward's studio. It moved the long silk curtain slightly and filled the room with the smell of fresh flowers. Lord Henry Wotton, Basil Hallward's best friend, lay on a couch, smoking, and he and Basil were looking at a picture of a beautiful young man.
It's your best work, Basil. You must show it in a gallery.
No, Harry. I'm afraid I won't show it anywhere. There is too much of myself in it.
Why, you don't look like that picture at all. The boy in that picture is young and handsome. He has blonde hair and the face of a statue. You have dark hair and you are older.
You don't understand. Everything I believe about art and beauty is in this portrait of Dorian Gray. If I show it in a gallery, I will let everyone know my most personal secrets.
Is that the boy's name? Dorian Gray. I would like to meet him.
No, Harry, you mustn't. He is innocent, and I don't want you to have a negative effect on him.
Just then, Basil Hallward's butler, Parker, came in.
Mr. Dorian Gray is here to see you, sir.
No, I'm afraid I'll have to meet him.
Please, Harry, I'm begging you. Don't say things which will upset him. His character is too pure. Show him in, Parker.
The Dorian Gray who walked into the studio looked exactly like the one in the picture. He had curly blonde hair and deep blue eyes. His face was the color of marble, and he had perfectly shaped red lips. Yet what was most attractive in him was his innocent youth. His eyes and face were full of trust. Dorian had come to model for Basil one last time, so Basil could finish his picture. While he stood looking out of the open window, Lord Henry talked about what he thought was wrong in the world at that time.
What's wrong with people today is that they're afraid to do what they really want. They're afraid to fulfill their dreams and try new ideas. They think their true thoughts and feelings will not be accepted by others. This is really sad for young people. When you are young, you should do things that give you pleasure. You, Mr. Gray, must have had thoughts that if you told them to us, you would be embarrassed. Why? Don't you know that one day you will grow old, and that you will lose many of the opportunities you have today? When you are young, you hold the key to life. When you are old, you will lose that key forever. But if you don't use it, you will regret it.
Dorian Gray heard everything Lord Henry had said and had a strange feeling. Suddenly, he felt as if he could see everything in life clearly. Lord Henry's idea to stay young and find pleasure excited him. Basil worked quickly. Dorian's mouth had opened slightly, and there was a new brightness in his eyes. Basil wanted to show all of this in the picture. When Basil had finished, Dorian looked at the portrait. At first, he was pleased. Basil had drawn him exactly as he felt at the moment. Then he felt sad. Basil saw the change in his eyes.
Don't you like it, Dorian?
Yes, Basil, it's wonderful. But I just thought of something. The person in this picture will always be young and beautiful, while I will grow old and ugly. I wish I were always young, and the picture would grow old.